The third way to calculate cardiac output is the thermodilution method. And that's on page 181, and it gives a pretty good description of the procedure. So basically you use a special catheter that has at least 2 lumens in it. Usually the catheter that you really use has 3 or 4 lumens, but has at least 2 lumens and has a thermistor at the tip. And what that is something that detects temperature. The catheter is placed through the right atrium. So here we've got the inferior vena cava, the superior vena cava, and then here is right atrium. So these catheters can be put in through the jugular vein or the femoral vein. It looks like this one came via the jugular vein. So in the right atrium, the right ventricle, and then through the pulmonary valve into the pulmonary artery. So once the once the catheter is placed, then 5 to 10 mLs or cc's of room temperature or chilled saline is injected into the RA port. So that's what I mean by more than 1 lumen. There's a port, meaning there's a hole approximately here, and then there's a hole at the tip. And so when you inject the saline in the correct lumen, the saline will come out this proximal hole, this proximal lumen. And so saline is injected into the right atrium, or it goes into the right atrium. And then that saline travels down through the right, that saline travels down into the right ventricle and then up into the pulmonary artery. And then once that saline hits this thermistor, then that's when it detects that and can detect that temperature change. So this procedure is repeated 3 to 5 times, meaning there's that 5 to 10 cc's of saline is injected 3 to 5 times to get an average. And again, the computer does all of the actual calculations. Our part is just to make sure the catheter is in the right place and that we have the syringes of saline to inject. So just one more time, the saline is injected at about number 70, which is here, or even maybe a little bit lower, and then which is the solid arrow, and then the thermistor detects it at about 64, which is the dashed arrow here. And so that is the thermodilution method of cardiac output.